Today's guest is a storyteller, lyricist, and one of the most refreshing voices in hip hop, Nick Grant. Hailing from South Carolina, Nick Grant has built a reputation for bringing authenticity back to the forefront of rap, blending sharp lyricism with soulful production and a message that hits just as hard as the beats. Inspired by legends like Nas and Jay Z, he's carved his own lane with projects like Sunday Dinner and I Took It Personal, proving that you don't have to follow the trends to make an impact. You just have to be real. Whether he's speaking on life, legacy, or leveling up, Nick Grant delivers music that makes you think, feel, and rewind. 50.
Oh yeah, I'm damn near.
Oh my God. All right.
Not in
Anyway,
age, not in age, just
look. Well, welcome to Everyone Needs an Aquarius. We are so excited to have you here and just to talk some shit. How are you?
I'm good, man. How y'all feeling?
Good, man. I want to jump right in it, man. I love your music, man. I've been your last album. It was I did a top 5 list for my other podcast, hip hop. What is your album? I put in the top 5 of last year. So like I'm a big fan, man. Big fan.
Who else you had in there?
I had I gotta remember. I have to look at my list.
Give me all. Just give me like 2. I want to know the company I'm in.
Hold on. I'm gonna give you 3 right now. Hold on. I'm right over here right now. Give me 2 seconds.
So Daryl is our music connoisseur. Daryl is also the producer of the podcast, and along with like a host.
I had that Nas DJ Premier.
Oh, fire!
Your album, De La Soul's album, Cabin in the Sky.
Fire.
That Mobb Deep, Infinite.
Oh yeah, I'm good. Okay.
So Daryl in 90s, music podcast just wrapped up their whole like bracket about like the best was R&B
90s
group?
R&B group of all time.
90s R&B group.
We had like 4,000 votes over like 2 weeks. New Edition won the whole thing.
That's wild.
Yes. So go right into it.
Yeah. You being from South Carolina, I know you know about Little Brother being from the other Carolina as well.
For sure.
And I know Fonte, I met him at a Red Bull Academy maybe like 10, 12 years ago. And he was always talking about like how people don't think that people from the South are lyricists. And with Fonte being a lyricist, you being a lyricist, Pooh, all those people from the Carolinas, how do you look at when people say, "Oh yeah, it's not you don't sound like you from the South. You don't sound like you from the South," but the South has MC.
Yeah. I think for a while, man, we kind of like got rid of those things, those notions for a while now. With Scarface, it's been over almost 30 years of just solid rapping. Scarface, Outkast. UGK, man, just a plethora of young Little Brother, just a plethora of dope. J. Cole, just a plethora of dope artists that just came out of the South that was, just raised the bar lyrically. So, I haven't heard that for a while. Like, South doesn't really have lyricists anymore because we kind of ran the game for so long, and we hit records, but in the mix of that, it's been, people really rapping.
All right, so you got the new joint, Money Problems, just dropped. How much value do you have in transparency in your music and real life moments within your music?
Oh man, that's a good question. That's something I kind of, really just stumbled upon in the last, I would say 3 years, 4 years. I think Sunday Dinner was the album where it kind of connected with people and kind of got people to realize who I was as an artist, but most importantly as a person. So
you was doing a lot of experimentation though too on the I believe it was Carolina Diaries or the one before that. You was doing a lot of experimentation with the music a little bit there. I
think it was one Welcome to Loveland. That was
one
of
them. That's it. Yep.
Yeah, Welcome to Loveland. I mean, yeah, just being a student of Outkast, The Love Below, Speaker Box, and kind of like taking those ideas and making them my own. That's all the album was. It was just like a passion project.
Dom,
but yeah, Carolina Diaries too, same thing.
Go ahead. Yeah. Nick, what'd you say?
No, I was saying Carolina Diaries, same thing. I think when I got to Sunday Dinner, that was more so me like just giving people my life for the most part.
So between Return to Cool and to now, how do you feel you transition and grown as an artist, like from that album to now?
So you still in questions? Because I had a similar one, but you got it. It's
Oh,
cool.
I got a whole list of questions. I wrote them out.
Yeah,
Ah.
yeah. Come on, you want to ask it? You can ask it.
No, it's
Go ahead,
fine.
Dom.
You
Go ahead,
did
Dom.
it
You
now.
ask it.
You
I'm
did
talking
it
shit.
now.
Man, that's another good question. Man, so much has changed. So a lot of wins, a lot of losses. Um, Being a dad, just different family dynamics that has changed a little bit. And me adapting to those things. And as I get older, just realizing like we're not gonna be here forever. So what is most important? You know what I'm saying? And I think, I always felt like family was important, but when you're younger, you feel like, oh, they're gonna be here forever. So I
Mhm.
think now that's like that priority has shifted like in a major way. So I'm like, just family oriented now a lot more. Just taking the time to do that. And just applying that to the music, man. Whatever I go through. I realized like just jumping back in the studio is not while it keeps you in the public eye, it's not always conducive to like making the best projects because I feel like you got to live, you got to have
Okay.
some type of experience. So, uh,
So you mentioned being a father. So how has like coming into fatherhood changed you, and how do you also find the balance between, like you said, studio time, making sure that you are visible, but like also spending time with your son?
I think number one was patience. Him teaching me like patience and discovering how much patience I actually had. I think that was the first thing. Um, Number two was routine. Because before him, I was kind of like, I'll get to it when I get to it, moving around. But it taught me how to be more. Well, he taught me how to be more intentional with my day. Just having attention and just moving the right way, moving the proper way, as far as handling business, as far as his family, as far as you know, time for yourself, being creative, all of those things. But just making a routine out of those things. So
Okay, D.
So, what's your typical writing process? You got the pen and the pad. You always say you're a pen and the pad MC in the world of
yeah,
punchlines, and freestyles, and stuff. Like, what is your process? Go about of music?
man, it changes so much, man. It changes. Sometimes it's pen and pad. Sometimes it's just me just getting in the car, going for a drive, and letting the words come to me. Sometimes it's just being in the room by myself. Sometimes it's going to the studio. Um, a lot of times it's pulling up on my friends who's recording and just being inspired, being around the music. So just all of those different things. Before it was just pen and pad. I was broke, so it's pen and pad. You ain't got a lot of options.
Right, right.
When you get some money, you kind of like got a lot more going on, and you're moving around, and things are just different. So the way you create just changes.
In writing, like what's a bar that you've written and you like, damn, that's me. I did that.
Man, I feel like I got so many of them shit. I'm trying. I feel like I got a lot of them. Let me think of one. Oh man. I think it wasn't even like a bar. It was just like something so real. I think I said poor communication was a cancer to my progress. So whether it was like family, whether it was like business and different things that I went through, but I didn't have to go through them if I just communicated what I wanted. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I
And
feel like
see,
I'm
go
sorry.
ahead,
I
go
feel
ahead.
like some of those things just set me back, not being communicative with people and just talking to them about what I wanted or what I felt, and just doing my own thing. Like, forget it. I can do it without them. I felt like those things kind of you know prolonged my journey a little bit. But if I just had those simple conversations, it just would have made my journey so much easier.
And CD, this is what I was saying yesterday when we was talking about Pooh Shiesty and Gucci. I was like, at some point, we got to grow up and communicate and use our words. Like, we're adults. Like, we can't be
No,
hemming niggas
absolutely.
up with guns to get our point across.
Man, man. Yeah. Communication is key.
It
You know,
is.
it could be a blessing, or not communicating could be a curse. The way you do that could also be a thing that hinders you from getting to where you need to be. So yeah.
See, us Aquariuses, we don't have that problem because we like to over communicate. But you see, you a Leo, right?
Yeah, I'm a Leo. I have a,
Yeah.
I got a little ego problem sometimes.
Oh, we know.
Got a
Well,
little ego
I'm
problem.
aware.
I got a little ego problem.
So man, one of your verses for me are like the song construction was Lincoln Apartments, man. I remember I
Oh
played
wow.
that for one of my homeboys, man, and he had just like literally his girl had passed away, and the dude
Oh
started
wow.
crying because of that song
Oh,
Lincoln Apartments and
Oh, that's
everything like
tragic.
that. That was a deep joint, man. I mean, like with the going from the love to hate on the joint, dude.
Yeah.
And I was trying to introduce him to you. I ain't even know. I was like, yo, you got to check out this dude Nick Grant. This is his second
Yeah.
project. And he was like, yo, that hit me, dog. That hit me. And
Oh,
like,
that's crazy. Shout out to him, man. That's dope. Like, I mean,
yeah.
that's one of the reasons why we do. Well, that's for the true MC. That's the main reason why we do it. You know what I'm saying? To kind of just touch people and build our tribe and find out who's for us. And so shout out to him for just being open to listening to it. But yeah, that song was about you know slight details of my upbringing,
Mm-hmm.
not too in depth, but just where I came from and how I grew up, and just being in this neighborhood and seeing all these different things. And just as a kid, I felt like I went through more as a child than I did as an adult as far as hardships. And when you a kid, those things kind of stick with you more. Like
hmm
when things happen to you as an adult, you can kind of shake it off a little better. But when you a child, man, these things stick with you, and I carry these things, up into adulthood, which it crippled me a little bit as far as like living life when I was younger, but I turned it into a superpower while creating music. So
So we talking about your upbringing, you being from Walterboro, South Carolina. What's
yeah,
the music scene like in South Carolina now, like towards when you first started towards now, and how do you think that scene can, is developing or whatnot?
man, I definitely think with me coming through the door, it got more eyes on it. I don't know if you're familiar with Trap Dicky. He's from
No,
South
I am not.
Carolina. Yeah, he just signed to TDE. He's dope, super
Oh,
dope artist out of South Carolina. Um, Man, it's a kid named Juju that I love. He's dope. He's actually from Walterboro, where I'm from. Somebody just put me onto his music. Yeah, the scene is it's not as progressive as I would like, but we definitely have eyes on the city a little more and on the state a little more. Yeah.
So like, okay, what's the most perfect verse to you in rap? Like, were you like, yo, this verse is perfect? Oh, is that one of your questions?
I'm so over this. I just want to let y'all know right now. Okay, okay,
No,
you
not your
answer
verses.
that,
I'm talking about
Nick.
a
Go
rap
ahead,
verse in
Nick.
general,
Answer that.
not his verse. A rap verse, period.
I
Like,
know.
my bad.
No, it's go ahead. Go ahead. Answer that. I got a different question. Let me go through my questions.
I got a list. I got a list of questions. I did
Me
my homework.
too.
Good, got you.
Go ahead. Go ahead, G. You got it. You got it.
Man, the best verse I ever heard, like the most perfect verse. Man, I think I have a few of them, but I think the latest one I've heard was Andre 3000, Life for the Party, where he was rapping about.
Mm.
I think that's like one of the best verses I've ever heard. As far as like the detail and you know the comparisons that he used to not believing in certain things and applied it to like his mom and the loss of his mom. I thought that was like, yeah, that was like a great verse. 10 to 10 verse.
Go ahead,
Okay.
Daniel.
Do you think being introspective in your music has ever cost you any opportunities in the industry?
Oh man, that's a great question. Yes. Um, yeah, I think when you say certain things, or it's not even sometimes what you say, it's the energy behind what you say. Because
Okay.
somebody can even feel like you mean anything that's like they're not aligned with, and they have the power to give you an opportunity. They may take it from you because it may seem to them arrogant. And you could be truthful. And one thing I learned that while your feelings may be valid, they're not always useful.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you got to figure out how to like navigate that, and I think that's important. Um, so yeah, that's been a thing, and I think sometimes people know who to try certain things with. you know, in the music business as far as like playing
Yeah.
with your money and, you know,
Mhm.
playing with, you know, different percentages and contracts and all this stuff. And, you know, if I see the slightest of bad energy in a person, my discernment is really high. You
I
know, and I
mean,
think
it goes Nick Grant. Your song "Let It Rain." Read, "Let It Rain."
yeah, for sure, for sure.
Let,
I talk about these things all the time. So I'm like,
Let It
you
Rain.
know,
Read the contract. Read your contract. That's the two
Yes.
songs. It's two
a
songs.
100%. So I think these things are like, you know, they keep me away from like opportunities, but they also keep me away from like bad people. You
Okay.
know what I'm saying? So it's a balance. It's a balance, but it's not always bad. But sometimes it's a great opportunity where somebody's like, man, that kid has been working hard. Let me do something with him. But I built great relationships from just being a solid person in the music business. Like somebody in my position, I felt like would have fizzled out. You know what I'm saying? And you know, the average person that
Yeah,
can't deal
I
with
mean,
certain things
it's
would have
like
fizzled
I
out.
think what Vontae calls a blue collar rap, where it's like,
Yeah,
you know, like we go. I'm cool with my 500 to 1,000 people a show, and I can tour the rest of my life, like
yeah, for sure,
and make
hundred
money for my
percent.
family. Like,
That's all it's about for real. Like just you know, just making a lifestyle out of this thing. You know, everybody's not gonna be Kendrick Lamar or
mhm.
Drake or you know Jay-Z or nobody's not everybody's not gonna be that big, but it's also still room for everybody.
What's something about the music industry that people romanticize, but you've experienced something like kind of different?
Man, I just think the lifestyle of it. I think the lifestyle of it when you get into it, you think it's Disneyland. You know what I'm saying? You think it's just all fun, but you know, after a while it's just Monday. You know what I'm saying? It's just getting up, going to work. And I think that, you know, you can't get into this thing thinking it's gonna be what you want it to be. It can be, but it doesn't always plan out like that. So you have to figure out another way to navigate if that plan and that dream of how you got into this thing, like you can meet, for example, if you meet an artist when you come into the business and you like, man, I you know, I look up to this person and you know, this artist could like break your heart because they might
Mhm.
not be what you expect. So you got to figure out like man, that could really disappoint you. Not saying you gotta, they human as well. Not saying you gotta, you know, have certain expectations of certain people, but these, you know, we're fans as well. Like I think true MCs are also fans. So if you run into somebody that's not like, you know, what you thought they would be, that could discourage you. And then that discouragement can take you away from your path, you know, a little bit. So yeah. But I
Well,
just
thank
think that
God
like I
Beyonce's
think
never
this
done that to me.
nah. Nah, for sure. I
So
never
so
experienced
Nick,
that,
what
but
happened?
I also, you know, I never experienced that with people that I love and respect in the music business. But I also hear stories from other artists that, like, man, this person did this, da da da. da. It's like, you know, you
Yeah.
came in with a certain expectation of somebody, and you was trying to like, you know, make that expectation your purpose, and it might not align with what you're trying to do all the time. So,
Yeah.
uh,
What happened to the group of Room Full of Mirrors, man?
oh man, I was just with Punch the other day. Punch is on my new album as well. You know, one like Punch is like family to me, but I think when he was starting this group, I was just in another space, and I was in this crew of you know just dope artists, and shout out to them, man. They super dope, always in the studio working. Um, but for me, I was just in another space in my career that I didn't want to pursue being in a group. You know what I'm saying? Um, and I think a little bit of it was ego, a little bit, but also just you know, just fulfilling my purpose again. Like this may be distracting me a little bit, but if I put the energy into this, it can, you know, give me a lot more energy to do what I need to be doing. But I think at that time it was like, you know, this isn't helping what I'm trying to build. So yeah.
So I have a question. I'm gonna get in your business a little bit.
All right, we
You
can
know,
Ah
stay in the music.
shit.
We'll get back to the music when my question comes. So you
uh,
good?
I mean, he
Uh
said, listen, on the last album, he said, let's get back to the bitches. So that's what I'm doing.
oh
Hey.
wow. Oh man, we gotta get into this.
So okay, so let's be honest. Like, are you the write a verse about her, or the type to ghost and make a hit about her later? Like, when you in a relationship, what be going on? Like, what's the vibes?
I'm not really understanding the question. Say it again.
Oh my God. Do you write songs about women? Like, okay, I'm in the moment, like I'm feeling you right
Oh,
now.
absolutely. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
I've been doing that's probably the first song I ever wrote. Probably the first song I ever wrote was about a girl. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Do you
You
remember
know,
the lines from that first song?
nah, I don't remember the lines, but
Of course you don't remember the
I don't
line.
remember the lines. But yeah, like, yeah, I always been writing that my whole career. Even when people was like, nah, man, you gotta make an album like this. I go the whole nother way, out of the way to write songs. Cause even in just, feeling like I have to write these songs when these albums come out and these girl songs are on these albums, these are some of the biggest songs that are on the project. You know what I'm saying? And I tell people that all the time, like, you gotta say the stuff these girls want to hear. These guys will want to hear it too. You know what I'm saying? They'll
Hmm.
become fans of you through the
Mhm.
girls. So it's like
Hmm.
that's important, man. I've always done that.
Has love ever made you better creatively, or has it distracted you?
Man, this is a weird thing to say, but love hasn't made me more creative, but heartbreak has definitely made me more creative.
That's the
Okay.
truth.
That's valid.
That's
You know
real.
what
That's
I'm saying? Like
understandable.
That's real.
heartbreak had you like, yo, I gotta get back at this motherfucker, you know.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
I'm gonna show her. So you in there writing your best verse. So it's that type shit. So yeah, heartbreak. Love hasn't, but heartbreak has, I would say.
Okay. Are you a spin the block type of guy, or are you like, I'm moving on?
It just depends on how I feel about the person.
Okay.
That all depends on who the person is. It's some people that I would never spin the block. It's some people where I messed up and they left, and but we still have a good chemistry and they recognize the chemistry. So do I. So it could happen again. Um, but yeah, some people I wouldn't. There's some people that I definitely would.
Okay.
Uh,
All right, back to music.
Oh,
Uh,
I,
you got some more? It's cool. Let her get it. Let her get it. Shit.
go ahead, go ahead,
no,
go ahead,
it's
Dad.
cool. It's go ahead. Go ahead,
No,
D.
no, 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 because I want to go back to music. When I go back
No,
to
we
music,
going back. Was this not related
it
to
was,
music?
it was, it was.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, I'm sorry.
No, these are really good questions. These are good questions.
We been with Grant Hustle previously before. What did you learn from being on a major to being more indie now, and like which one do you prefer?
Man,
That's a good question.
hmm. I prefer indie no, not indie. I'm sorry. I prefer major with more like with like a team of indie people like that think like indie people. You
Okay.
know what I'm saying? Like, cause I think when I was on the major, me and my team, and shout out to them, I love them. I love them to this day. But I think we had different mindsets of how we wanted to achieve, all the goals that we wanted to achieve on this major label. And I think we had everything in the palm of our hands to do that. But I just think we thought differently about certain things. So while I love independent, it's just like, oh man, this is a
What's that
lot.
hustle?
Shooting videos, you gotta kind of do everything on your own. You know what I'm saying? You gotta make the music. You gotta book your studio time. You gotta do this. You gotta do all of these different things and create your schedule. Figure out what platforms are better for the music that you're trying to put out. It's a whole lot of things that you have to do when you're independent that when you're on a major, it's a lot of things working for you that you don't know about and that you might not care to know about, but they still help make your career more progressive. So I think that's important. But for me, yeah, I prefer the major with like indie mindset.
Major indie mindset. That's a dope.
Yeah,
That's a dope. That's a dope comparison for that.
yeah, because even when you're on a major,
Hmm.
you got to still do stuff on your own. You still got to invest in yourself. That's just a loan. So you got to take that money and figure out how that money can still work for you as if they don't exist, because the stuff that they're doing for you is still going to help, you know, make it easier for you. And they're also doing a lot. There's so many different opportunities that you get with a major, but they just have to have the same mindset as you. And the clock is ticking when you're on a major, so you gotta,
Oh yeah.
you know what I'm saying, you gotta figure out how to turn their money around. So
Yeah,
yeah.
it ain't free money.
Yeah, no, for sure. It ain't free money. Just a loan.
Yeah.
Yo, Nick,
Mm.
so like as a writer, we know you are a lyricist and everything, but we've also seen you kind of move into the space of writing different film projects. And how does that translate from like writing a song to putting a pen to paper to come up with a script and then translating that visually into, onto the screen?
Man, that's a great. I think I only did one. I think that was. I mean, I wrote another script that I'm like producing right now. We'll do another interview about that when that come out for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, yeah.
But Sunday Dinner was the first one I did, and that was for the album. Um, while I wrote it like really fast,
Hmm.
but it felt like 6 months because everything had to be so detailed. From while I love it, it's like it demands more attention than your music.
Mm.
Like
Okay.
way more attention to detail. Like um, what shot is inside, what shot is outside, what person is good for this role, what time are we shooting? Is it gonna rain?
Hmm.
It demands so much of your attention. So it's like different from music. While music may be just you, and the script may be just you, but it's not just you because you got to figure out who fits these characters that you created in your mind. When you just writing on the paper, it's just me. I don't really have to depend on anybody else. Not even a producer sometimes, but with a script, it's like who can bring this stuff to life, and I think that's just as important as what you wrote down. Uh,
So
but
what?
I
So
love it. I love it. It's my new love. I think I love it just as much as music now. So
Oh, that's what's up.
yeah.
yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about the project that you're working on, or no? Give us a
Ooh,
little
no.
teaser, just a little teaser.
I'll give you a backstory,
Okay.
and I'll give you a thumbs up if you guys figure out what this movie's about. So the new movie is about the backstory. I'll just tell you what the movie's about.
Okay.
I won't be so difficult. I ain't gonna be so difficult. Four friends from DC. They're in college and they got to figure out how to. They figuring out how they can hang out one last time before they like go out into the world and live their lives. So
Ah,
one friend is like, "Yo, we should go to Freaknik in Atlanta," and everybody's like, "Yeah, let's do it." Long story short, it's a lot in between that, but they figure out they go to Atlanta. When they get there, everything goes wrong because one of the friends' uncle, who's supposed to be like the tour guide for Freaknik, he's you guys familiar with Freaknik?
yeah, 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 yeah. Of
Yeah.
course.
Okay, okay, okay.
I,
So
I
he,
went the year that they canceled it for real. Where they was having it where you couldn't even, it wasn't no Freaknik and everybody was down there.
oh wow,
The year they canceled it, when the mayor canceled it, I went down there that
yeah,
year.
that's crazy. So yeah, so they figure out the drug lord figures out the connection from the uncle who like owes him money, kidnaps one of the friends, and now they have to figure out how to get the money around Freaknik.
So it's gonna be a throwback to 94, 95 kind of feeling it.
The title of the film is 95. That's just
Oh,
something that's crazy.
Okay.
So that lets me know I'm on the right path.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it lets me know.
So on
But
the
yeah,
production side with working with producers, who's your favorite producer to work with that you've kind of cohesively, you like, man, when we get together, it's gonna be magic.
man, I love all of the older, not older guys, but like legendary guys, I want to
Yeah.
say. Like I recently worked with Track Masters.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Oh,
so so they're on this album too. So I recently worked with them. One of my favorite people to work with is Tay Beast, who's like he did he's like Kendrick's right hand producer, one of them. But Did a lot of stuff on Mr. Morale, Pimp a Butterfly. He's another person I love working with. Um, of course, Organized Noise. They did Return of the Cool.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, just so many producers, bro. Like, and I'm not even like stuck on like big names and stuff because I'm also like whoever just got the music, just got the music. It don't
Yeah.
even matter who you are, So yeah.
Who's your best artist to collaborate with, like other MCs?
Saha, I love Saha. I love
Was that your
Ransom.
question too, Don?
Well, I was gonna say, who is your like dream collaboration? So I mean, it's
But
same but it's different.
Yeah,
Same
just
but it's
roll right
different.
into both questions. There you go.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
rolling.
Yeah, Saha, Ransom, man, Tweet.
Oh, that's right. The tweet is on
Yeah.
the joint. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
they
I
yeah,
love
yeah.
there.
Tweet. Me and Tweet got like pretty much a whole album of stuff that we just did over the years. Like, oh
Okay.
So
man,
y'all gonna drop this? Y'all should do a collabo album. Drop it up. Drop a 5 song EP.
I'm waiting on her.
Oh, okay, okay,
I'm waiting
okay,
on her. We gonna get it together though.
okay.
That's gonna be dope.
Yeah, nah, Tweet is fire. Tweet is like family. That's family to me. So
It's like a sultry best of both worlds.
exactly. Man, I'm trying to think. Love working with Punch. Punch is on the album. Saha's on the album. Ransom is on the album. Man, dream collab. Kendrick for sure. Jay-Z, Nas.
Who's one that people wouldn't expect you to choose though? Like,
Missy Elliott.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Now we
Yeah,
get into
for
okay.
sure. That's like my favorite. That's my favorite artist of all time.
Oh, I
See,
love
okay.
Missy.
Yeah,
Listen,
that's
I
my
feel
favorite.
famous because Missy tweeted me one day, so I feel seen.
Oh wow, that's fire.
Like
Yeah,
her and Anita Baker. We've had conversations on Twitter, so
that's fire. That's
I'm
fire.
good.
No, we love Missy. I saw an interview with Pusha T. He was like, "Man, Missy over everybody," and I just
Yeah.
wholeheartedly agree. Like Missy's the best.
But can you
Ever to
stroke
me.
my ego a little bit and maybe do a collab with Pusha T? I love Pusha.
Yeah,
That's
for
one of his,
sure.
I didn't
love
say
him.
that's his dream collab, but he don't know.
For sure. Nah, he's fire, man. That's a legend, man. I grew up on him at every stage of my life. He had an album that was like significant to what I was doing or what I was going through. Or just as a hip hop fan, not saying I was selling drugs or anything, but just as a hip hop fan, just listening and how he's a master with that pen. So
Yeah.
just listening to him and just being a student, he helped elevate me. So yeah, big fan of him. Would love. That's another dream collab. There's so many guys that I'm just fans of that just they put MC into the forefront, and you gotta love him for it. Pharrell was another one of them.
What if DOC never got into that car accident? What if Ice Cube didn't leave NWA? What if the Game never leaves G-Unit? What if Teddy Riley never moves to Virginia? What if we got that J. Cole and Kendrick album? What if the RZA would have never had that flood? How would the hip-hop world sound today? Welcome to Hip Hop What Is, the podcast where we dive into the biggest what could have beens in hip-hop history. From iconic album delays to game-changing partnerships that never happened. We reimagine the culture we love and explore its alternative paths. And you are now at Hip Hop What Is.
Problems, your new joint, Nick.
Yeah, you crazy.
Money Problems, your new joint. What is that new? What is it? How's the album gonna be looking? You named a couple people that's gonna be on the album.
Yeah.
What is the name of the album? When is it gonna drop? When we looking to drop?
Man, May 15th.
Okay.
15th for the album.
And what is the name of the album? What's the name of the album?
Smile.
Okay.
Smile, but it's not about me smiling at all. It's just, me feeling like I'm supposed to, smile in all these different points in my life where things wasn't looking so bright. So, yeah, that's basically what the album is about. Like just stand down to come up. Yeah.
So
Right, I'm good. I got at least I ain't get all of them, but I got enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So last question, as we wrap up, if someone has never heard of Nick Grant before, which they will be living under a rock, what is the one song that they should start with?
Man, Money Problems. That's one.
The new joint. I ain't mad at that.
I'm not mad at that at all. Well, Nick, it has been a time.
For me, I always introduce people for you at Lincoln Apartments and the joint with BJ Chicago Kid. Gotta Be More. Those are the ones that I'll be like, yo, you gotta check out this dude Nick Grant. All right, new album dropping May 15th. Smile. New single Money Problems. Go stream it up all right now. It's already cracking. What do you want people to get from this album, Nick?
Man, I just want to continue to hold my position in hip hop, man, and man, just want people to know that I'm always gonna be here to say something as long as people want to hear it, and I think that's my only goal. It's kind of just stay around and do what I love doing. You know what I mean? And keep killing your favorite rappers on these beats.
Where can people hit you up at? Like, where can they check you out on the socials and any other places you want to kind of plug?
Nick Grant 88 everywhere. Yep.
Well, thank you so much for spending this time with us, letting us get these questions off with you. It's been such a joy and pleasure to have you here on Everyone Needs. Listen, Nick, everyone needs an Aquarius. Everyone does need an Aquarius, and so
you know what I'm saying, or Leo. You know what I mean?
Or y'all can just have me. I'm an Aquarius with the Leo moon and rising. You get the best of both worlds.
That's right.
Okay.
For sure.
Thank y'all. Thank y'all so much, and we'll see y'all back here next week.
All right. Peace out.